Welcome back as we continue our assembly. What we're going to be doing today is inserting this pin into this piece here and then attaching the piece to the base of this revolving part. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this pin and use a cylindrical constraint. We're going to click on the edge of the pin and the edge of this part here and constrain that. Now you can see the pin is inserted, but it's not inserted all the way. If we want to insert something all the way, what we're going to need to do is to actually get this face and this face to connect. So I'm going to use a planar constraint, which use the constraint to grab the face, and we're going to revolve around and grab the other face. Now the pin has been fully inserted. We're going to go ahead and close that out. Now that's not the last time we're going to use the planar constraint here. What we want to be able to do next is we're going to take this piece and connect it here. This little pin should be facing out. So I'm going to grab the planar constraint again. I'm going to zoom in and we're going to attach it to this face. So we'll zoom back out. We want to zoom in on this part and pivot around, and we'll attach here. Now hit the check. Our pin will follow it. And then when we come around, we'll see that these have come together. The difference being, notice that it's kind of offset. That's not what we want. We want these to be flush with each other. Well, I'm going to come around to the other side, zoom in again, and I want to grab that planar constraint. Well, it's already selected for us. I'm going to select a face, and then check. And we notice that it pops out. I'm going to close this. We're going to check our constraints by kind of trying to move things around. I see this still moves up and down, though for the most part it's in about the correct position. I'm going to grab the planar constraint again. I want this face to be flush with this face. So when I click it again and check, notice it pops out once again. Now I'm going to check my degrees of freedom and try to move this around. It looks like this time it's attached correctly. By using the planar constraint, I'm making it possible to take two faces and connect them together or make them flush depending on how I apply it. I'm going to go back to my isometric view. The last thing that I need to do is attach this pin to the base of this phone holder. So I'm going to grab a cylindrical constraint. We are still dealing with the cylinder. I'm going to click on the tip here and then come in here and click on this circle. And now I'll click the check. Now remember that was a attached constraint. We were using a fastened constraint there. Now when I try to move this away, notice it does act a little bit oddly. So there's still something I need to do. And what I need to add is I need to make sure that all these stains stay together. So not only am I going to use that cylindrical constraint, I'm going to use another one to make sure everything stays appropriately attached. I want to use my planar constraint and press on this side. And I'm going to come back around and click this surface. So it's going to be attaching to the surface here. So not only is the pin inserted to make sure it's centered on the right location, but it's also attached face to face. So if I pull out to an isometric view, I shouldn't see that bizarre behavior any longer. Now everything is attached just the way I want it. This is my first assembly. We've managed to put together several parts using different constraints. The order of these constraints are important, and making sure we attach things in the correct order will allow us to get the proper motion for every object.